This was the first property of the day. We've got a bare bones barn dominium. There's nothing inside of it. It's really nice inside. There's bathroom. You can see that they've got heating and cooling all set up. There's security systems. I didn't take any video on the first one, but this was the trail that we accessed. You'll see an overhead view with the drone shortly. But in the back of the property, beyond the quote-unquote pond that you're about to see, is a giant space that we couldn't access. I flew over it, but this is a lot of potential space back here to be able to utilize. Looks like it's all new growth. Might have gotten clear cut or something like that. Everything that you can see right now is all part of the property to the road. And you're about to see the tree line at the bottom of the screen. And this is a pretty comprehensive view of what we'll be working with right there. This is the side of the property that we were able to access yesterday. It's got a lot of potential for being able to build some rental units. It's got a secondary entrance, which you're about to see. It's got a gate built in. You can use this for a shop entrance, and then build stuff in the back. But yeah, it's a pretty cool space. It could potentially be looped around to the main house too. This guy was just sitting on the side of the road, slacking, smelling the flowers instead of protecting all the birds. This was a really cool nursery that was right around the corner from the first house. Huge. This next house you're about to see was about 20 minutes away. This one is under contract. Only stayed on the market about 7 days. Pretty solid price for 160 acres. The house is in a floodplain, so Owen was curious as to why somebody jumped on it so quickly, but maybe they're not looking to keep that house there. It's got a secondary lot across the street, which I thought would be pretty cool for using as a farm or short-term rentals. You'll see the overhead in a second. We did not take the ATV out just because it's being sold. But old farmhouse, reminded me of the Callender's house in New Hampshire. A lot of water features. They have a stream running right through the yard, which you'll see when we go outside, as well as in the bottom lot, they have access to Dry Creek, which is a year-round creek. Little mini river. So, a lot to like about this property, and I think this is the type of place that I'm going to start looking for, is something with both wooded hills, but also, some kind of established pasture, which would allow us to build pretty quickly. This is the stream that apparently floods. Not often, but when it does, it can get up to the foundation.
You can almost see it here, like up here. It's pretty.
Look to flood very often, because you can look. I'm sure they clean this up, but on the other side, when stuff floods, you always see clumps of sticks on the north side or on the upstream side of trees. You can see like that one doesn't really have many up in there. There's not giant clumps of trees, so the flooding may not be as big of an issue for the people that have it under contract as you thought.
Yeah.
You can see up there.
Yeah.
That might be from some old flooding. Which, if you take that across, it's almost to the foundation.
Yeah. So it's that mountain peak over there, and then that one too?
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, the privacy you get with haulers is just wonderful. You do have the problem with them a little bit is
Peak. It looks like it just keeps going back there.
This is that front lot. At the back of it, there is a river and I thought an orchard with short-term rentals or something in that front lot, which would be separate from, the personal farm itself. It would be really cool to have right up against this water. It is year-round, so that could be kind of a neat space to be able to cultivate for visitors. Property on the other side of the street is both of these mountain peaks on the right and the straight ahead. This one and that one, and then the entire valley in between. So there's tons and tons of acreage on this side of the road. Really beautiful. I lost my drone connection going this far back. 0 cell service at this property or the next one, which is right next door. So that is challenging in some of these rural areas. But all of this land could be usable. Pepper and short-term rentals up on the hills, tree houses, those kind of things. But it just keeps going. next driveway over. Big field right up front, all usable space. Could have a flower farm, a shop, and some short-term rentals right there on the right. Have a gate back towards the house. Keep everything separate. But this one runs right along a creek as well, but there are no floodplains. This house is, a fixer-upper for sure, but it's got some peace and tranquility. The valley is very narrow. That road over on the right, you'll see us driving on it soon. But this one had some character too. Bunch of acreage up on the left, up on the hill. Tough to access, but not impossible.
Hi, babies. Yeah.
civil engineering firms and architectural firms on the side. That's not really what I want to do.
Yeah.
So then I added finance and got licensed in college and started working with the McEwen Group over the summers.
Cool.
And as an agent, like I come do this over the summer. And then I look at that. So it looks like we're just about at the property line. Yeah.
And then it goes up the hill from here.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah, it looks like this connected with another property.
Yeah.
I was looking at Google Earth or Onyx, one or the other. So is that on the other property?
Probably. Sorry, sapling. It looked like the property line was kind of the creek.
Yeah. So that must be on the last one we were at, then, right?
Yeah.
Because it abuts it.
Is
there one in the middle?
Yeah, there's one in the middle.
Interesting. And they're not owned by the same people, right? They're just being sold at the same time?
Separate.
Yeah.
Well,
I was looking at the names on there.
yeah.
Do you have any ways of going deeper with Onyx? Like, well, if you go grab property lines off of there, are you using Onyx Hunt or Onyx?
That's Onyx Hunt, yeah.
Onyx Hunt. If I have an Onyx subscription, can I use Onyx Hunt, or is it separate?
It's the same thing.
It is.
So
yeah.
they have like hunt, trails.
Yeah.
They have all the snowmobile. They have all the different.
I think I'm on the trails version or whatever. But, property.
There's snakes in there.
Yeah.
Sure. Snakes, bats.
Julie would love that. Looks like some kind of road.
That's that road, yeah. I don't know if we would think to be up there with that walk. It looks a little washed out. You want to walk up? Good.
Yeah. Throw the drone up real quick to the hillside.
Oh, we got slab. The creek is slab rock right there.
Is it?
That's pretty. That's gonna be slippery.
see anything from the road.
This next property is another big one. I did a drive-by a couple weeks ago. Noticed that there's a lot of houses right in front of it that they don't show you in the real estate listing. Field on the left is all part of it, and we're pulling up to the blue house on the left, and they must have just built it. It's brand new construction. This could be used as a rental. It could be used as a house. A lot of land up on the hill, which is pretty cool to see. Easy-ish access to it as well. But this was a fun one. New. Yeah. Tough living right on top of people, but
Yeah.
the views make up for it.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you go up into the hill. I mean, you could rent this out to something outside of your entity.
Yeah.
And just have external revenue, and then have your actual
House up there.
development and house and
Yeah.
tiny homes up on top.
That's true.
That red one.
Got it.
So 1, 2, 3 properties.
Right.
So the service at those last two properties was nil.
Not good.
Correct?
Yeah. Here I've got one bar, a blue light fuel up top.
Yeah.
There's some fun. Rock. You hit that or you want to go up?
straight up right there, huh?
Mm-hmm. We're looking at that at this hill right here.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's yeah.
Property's got a ton of character. It's got a big valley, upper valley, that could be utilized. You access it from this road right here, down by the barn. Again, that house that is there could be used for us to start in, and then potentially be rented out once we built up here in this valley. The road needs some work, obviously, but I mean, I think I can get the Explorer up there at this point. So it's got beautiful views. This entire space that you're seeing, that little field is all part of it, so you could build in there. And as you fly up, you've got views of the valley. They're all west facing, so you've got sunset views. You do have some telephone lines. That's the only real negative, but this entire space up here is all just untapped. So, pretty cool. this whole cliff could be built on, overlooking the river. Put some tiny homes up here. This is one of the, I think this is the Smith Fork River. And you've got a sunset spot. It's pretty cool.
Pretty big.
Tricky backing down, but oh yeah. Just keeping it fun.
Yeah. thing got a winch on it?
Yeah.
Still been in sticky situations there?
I've had to use it before with clients.
Yeah.
And a newborn baby, actually.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, while it was raining. that was a great day.
Yeah.
And then I got a flat tire on my trailer.
No, I was just gonna add. I didn't want to bring it up.
Oh no, it just got worse and worse.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Estella and I accidentally locked ourselves out of her house.
Oh man.
And I had to jump through a window into her basement to get her back into her own home instead of going along with
Adventures in real estate, man.
it. Man, it keeps you, definitely keeps you young. That's for sure.
Flying above the sun, flying above the sun. 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 Flying above the sun. Flying above the sun. Can't see myself, can't see no one. I'll wait till the I'll wait till the Flying above the sun, flying above the sun. Can't see myself, can't see no one. Flying above the sun, flying above the sun. Can't see myself, can't see no one. I'll wait till the dawn. I'm searching the
So this property is really cool. It's really close to Center Hill Lake. You'll see in a second over the ridge line. We bushwhacked through some crazy stuff here. There's some old haunted looking houses that would have to be torn down if they don't fall down within the next year. On 80 acres of hillside to play with. Pretty much a timber tract. The road out isn't too bad. The way the GPS brings you in is about 5 miles of dirt road, but as you can see, the lake is right there and it's gorgeous. On the other side of the hill is government land, so there's no houses on the other side. So if you can get to the top, you might have views of the lake and of the valley behind. But this road that's there, where you see it open up in the middle of the screen right there, there's some potential building spots, and you're up off the road, and it could be pretty cool to have something there. I don't know what kind of soil and everything it is underneath, but as far as growing, but there would be quite a bit to tear down. Definitely flying a little too high right here, but this is a fun property. It was an ass kicker for the last one that we saw yesterday, but very interesting location, being so close to the marinas where most people travel to in the summertime. don't really have any places to stay. There's some state parks close by a lot of people camp at. Otherwise, they just come for the day, you know. So this is the road out, and once you pop out, you're at Center Hill Marina. Well, that's it for this one. More properties next week.
Can't see myself, can't see no flying above the sun, flying above the sun. Can't see myself, can't see no one. Flying above the sun, flying above the sun. Can't see myself, can't see no one. Flying above the sun, flying above the sun. Can't see myself, can't see no